Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel today as I give you another Soapmaker 3 quick tip. That's right, my name's Tammy. I own a small bath and body company called Walnut Creek Bath Boutique, and I also own Soapmaker 3. So guys, if you're new to Soapmaker, let me give you a little heads up that I do have a playlist full of start to finish setting up your new program. So I would highly recommend that you start from the beginning and work your way through those videos. The video may not be the best, the audio may not be the best, but the information I think is pretty darn good. Skip forward through all of the intros and outros if you want and just get to the meat of it. That's the important part that you really need to watch, and I hope that helps you in your new endeavor with this wonderful, wonderful program. Today's video is all about our molds, soap molds in particular. What do you do when you want to resize your current batch with maybe a new mold that you have? Or you have a cavity mold, and how much soap do you need? You could weigh it with water and do all of the figuring and math and no. Math is not for me, guys. So better yet, I turned to Soapmaker 3 to help me change all of my recipes into whatever mold that I happen to use. Let's get right to it. All right, I have a test recipe brought up here, and I just want to throw this out there that this is not my recipe. This is just something I threw together really quickly. I have 35 ounces of oil in this recipe. I have a 50-ounce batch size. I have a 35-ounce oil size. I like to think of my soap recipes or formulas as oil weight. So whatever you think of your batch size as, whether it's oil weight or total recipe weight, either one will work for this. Don't worry about that. So you have this button, molds, and you can list all of your molds that you have. One of the things that I think I don't remember, it's been a couple years since I've created those videos, but one of the things that I did recommend is for you to go through and put all of your soap molds into the software. If I didn't and you didn't, let's do it now. All right. So I'm just going to click new. And as long as I know the measurements, that's all I need to know. So let's say this is a rectangular mold. So I know that this mold is 15 inches in length and 15 inches in width, and my soap is 3.5. Now this mold can be whatever it wants to be. It can be 4 inches tall. It can be 6 inches tall. It doesn't matter what the mold is. It matters what your soap is. How tall do you want your soap? That's the number that goes here. The other two numbers, they do matter. How wide is that interior dimensions of that mold? If it has a liner, measure inside the liner. But as far as the height, that is your soap, not the mold. I have plenty of 4-inch molds that I don't make I think my current mold goes up to 4 inches, but my soaps, I don't make them at 4 inches. I make them at 3.5. And so that way I'm putting 3.5, which I think I put 2.5. So let me fix that. This gives you your volume in cubic inches. I mean, if this is important to you, gallons, I mean, this really means nothing to me. I never look at that volume, mold volume. And then you name it. I'm just going to name this test and save it. So that mold is now in our software that we can take this current recipe and make it whatever size we want. So when we go to our recipe and I'm saying, I want to make this in my new test mold, I'm going to click resize here. And this is going to give you different options. So when you are looking at formulating something other than a soap, then total recipe weight may be the way to go. A lot of times, I want to double, triple, or quadruple a recipe, then I would go down to percentage of original recipe, and then I would say 400% or 200%. I want to double it, 200%. You can do it that way. Number of bars for soaps, I don't think is a very good idea, but if you have a sugar scrub, this will say number of portions. So if you have a sugar scrub and your current formula makes 4 and you want to make 17, you can put, I want number of portions to be 17, and it will adjust your recipe for you from there. But for soap, I don't think that's a good idea. I would either go by oil weight or I would go by mold. This is personally how I would do it. So it's a few less clicks. My bigger batch of soap holds 105 ounces of oil. I would just throw in 105 here and call it good, just because, like I said, fewer clicks. But let's go to our test. Find our test here. I don't have my glasses on. I took them off. Oh, I misspelled it EST. That's why. It's not. There it is. Okay. Est. Let's go to our est. All right. Done. These are my new numbers. This is my new batch size. Is 318 ounces of oil weight for this mold. Kind of crazy. Not for me. But you can see just how easy that was. And now this mold is in my mold list. And anytime I want to change any of my soap recipes to this size mold, I can just easily just put that mold in there. This also works with a cylinder. So if you have a pipe that you want to put or a cylinder silicone mold, we can do it that way. It works on a divided mold. You would say you would want to give it each compartment. So maybe that compartment is 3 by 2.5, and let's say it's 1.5. We want our soap to be 1.5 inch depth. And then how many compartments? Well, it's 12. Name it, and then you can use that in your new batch size. I've never used a regular or unknown. I think those are weird. And that's how you do it. My only complaint with this feature is I wish that when I could edit it. When I go to edit it, I can only edit by volume and not by what inches I put in the software. And I'm thinking, I don't remember what inches I put in the software. Maybe I need to tweak it. I don't remember what I used. So that's the one downfall of the mold section, but it's not a make or break. It's just kind of an annoyance that I can't know exactly what I had in there before. I hope you guys liked the video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and share on social media and with your friends. That really does help my channel when all of that interaction is going on and comments are flowing and all of that good stuff. So I appreciate that so much from you guys. Any requests, drop those down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.